Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story. Hello everyone, welcome back to DoubleTime, a adventure where we plan out things very recklessly and they somehow coalesce into a proper story.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Before we go into the recap, I want to say, if you're ever interested to look at any other tabletop RPGs, then you should check out RPGLeague at their landing page, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And you'll be able to see if there's any fan nominee-based tournaments of tabletop RPGs. There's awards, all sorts of deals, so it's tons of fun. I have yet to be able to go to one because there's none in my area, unfortunately, but hopefully they'll expand outwards to allow for more. So check them out at their landing page at www.rpgleague.com. If you have any other questions, send them tweets, Facebook messages, you'll find them. They're all over the place. Now, where we last left off, we had a bit of reprieve from the horrible anxiety that Hell had.
For the first time in months.
In real life months, weeks in-game.
Like less than a week. It was like 6 days.
It was 2 weeks. No, we were in hell for at least a week because we were unconscious for 3 days.
Oh, you're right.
So we were in hell for at least a week, and then we were in the Shadowfell for maybe like 4 days.
Yeah, about that.
Maybe. So, and then we slept at what we thought was Isgard.
Yeah, it's also true.
So, about 2 weeks, maybe like 11 days. Besides the point, we enjoyed some time at Waterdeep, and some more than others in their regular debauchery that they were once accustomed to back in Neverwinter, involving thievery of a poor, innocent, gnomish clothier, and then also stealing several thousands worth of gold worth of gemstones.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Yes, of course you don't.
Yes.
Mr. Grubby Hands over there.
My hands are not grubby, they are rather clean.
Leaving no evidence.
None whatsoever.
Except the closet that was blown into. But that aside, of those gemstones was a 500 gold piece diamond. Sorry, 501 gold piece diamond.
It's gotta be believable.
That we used to resurrect our dear friend Barst, a circumstantial undead individual who had been trapped in the Shadowfell due to Strahd von Zarovich, as far as we can tell.
Mm-hmm.
After resurrecting him and discussing with Ben, Amy, Mary, those three decided to go back home, accompanied with several gold that we gave to them, and the two twins received a gemstone and a pearl necklace to help them get all the way across the country, more or less.
Were they traveling that far?
They were traveling to, I believe it was the Crusted Shallows, and that was in the neighboring continent.
Good for them, I suppose.
Yes.
Yes.
The neighboring continent.
That makes more sense. I was like, why did we give them so much and we gave Ben like 40 gold?
Because Ben was traveling north of Neverwinter, which was not very far at all.
That's reasonable, I guess.
And the gold was less of to get him there and more for him to stay comfortable while his legs were getting fixed up and recovering.
Okay. He doesn't need them, but okay.
He's also missing an arm.
Can't really drag himself. About that. God damn
it. Can't really drag himself with one arm.
He could try.
Though now seeking work or something to pass the time with their new Shadowfell friends, who two of which are completely brand new to the material plane, being Shadowkai individuals. They were very excited for any kind of position, except for Eris, who had different conflicting viewpoints than Chalet. They agreed that an interesting position that would sound potentially more beneficial in the long run was this more mysterious job option that the captain or authority figure at the archive, or the neighboring building to the archive, had discussed about. Otherwise, their other options were traveling by boat for 30 days, shipping goods, or protecting a very rich folk individual for 500 gold a week, which is expensive, but also life-threatening based off the circumstances.
Either life-threatening or extremely boring.
I mean, probably less boring than the ship ride for 30 days.
That's fair.
And that's where we last left off. The group, or the pair, more or less, with Jester, were approaching the building, the government building, so that way they can be brought back by the authority figure to where they're supposed to meet and discuss about this plan. So, Jester, you come back into consciousness as you seem to be approaching, or what you would assume to be, the government building, as the two individuals, Chalet and Eris, are walking side by side with you.
I see.
You're probably about halfway to the building itself. But apart from that, yeah, you were paying attention to the previous conversation. You discussed plans of shopping with your other friend, your dear mind friend, some would say imaginary friend, Anna.
Anna doesn't exist.
But that is your...
Okay.
That is what you recall.
I just stop dead in my tracks. Anna, we have a... not really a problem, more of a potential situation.
And what would that be?
Who are we?
I suppose we would need a name. Oh, you've always been more creative than me.
My name is literally my profession.
In hindsight, I never gathered that.
I stand there, dumbstruck.
Yeah, as you stand perfectly still suddenly, Chalet and Eris look back at you as they've gone a few feet further. Well, are you coming? We have some business to do. If we take too long, then we're going to run out of time because we have to talk to the official figure, I guess.
Okay, 1 sec, and I sprint into the nearest alley.
Okay. As you sprint, you just hear, "What the... We'll meet you there!" And they head off as you sprint into an alley.
We don't have a name or a history, because we never really existed. Spoiler. What about something simple, like Dave or Jack, or...
We should try to do one that can be gender neutral. Oh, but we're gonna need a main face, aren't we?
Yeah, and he's already seen us like this.
What state are we in right now? We're in...
Jester's form, I think.
Yes, I'll go back and figure that out, but regardless, the face can change based off of that. Well... We could always go with, Jester Anna?
That's a terrible name, Anna.
It is. I can't think of anything.
Who who is someone that we have maybe possibly killed in the past?
We could go as Izith.
Oh. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Just say you're foreign.
Yeah.
Get a strange background behind you. Izith. Izith what?
Izith
Check my
Dopel.
memory. Izith what?
Izith Dopel.
Izith Dopel.
Like Doppler, but we're not quite, you know.
Clever girl.
Yes, that's why you keep me around.
Izith Dopel. I like it. 2 L's? 2 L's, yeah?
With an E at the end. Yes, of course. Yes. Mysterious.
Depay. in some languages. That could work, yes.
Yes, very, very clever, very sneaky.
Hopefully Izith doesn't catch word of this.
Oh god.
I'm sure she'll be fine. She'll never know.
I don't think she'd get mad. Hopefully.
No. I mean, she is cohort or associates with the ruler of the 9th layer now.
She's also friendly with us. She might just slap us around and bring us back to hell, but I think we'll be okay.
Fair enough.
So yes,
Well,
Izith Dopel. Beautiful name.
Izith Dopel.
Alright, I sprint back out of the alley and towards the building.
Yeah, you catch up with the other two as they're not necessarily in a hurry. They're making their way there, and you catch up generally before they actually make it to the building. What was that about?
Had a crisis of character.
With you and your other self?
Yes, laugh all you want. My name is now Izith, and I am your longtime traveling friend.
Eris kind of like looks at her hand, starts to write in it a few times, like with her finger. She's clearly not writing anything, but she's actually just writing out what looks to be Izith on her hand several times. All right, Izith, if that's all right, I'm glad to be working with you again.
Yes, it's been a long
You can tell
time.
Eris is very not comfortable with this sudden change. Chalet just kind of embraces it. Call you what you want, I'll just call you friend.
Works for me. Now, shall we see about a job?
We've been in the city for more than 12 hours. I'm getting a little bored.
As
Has it been
opposed
12
to
hours?
sitting in a mass graveyard? Or...
I just want to do something.
Yeah, okay.
I want to see more. And this job sounds very interesting.
Yes.
So, after you, good sir.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. I'd take the lead, I guess.
Okay. So, entering the building, it looks generally the same as it was before, except that there's a little bit less of a populace in here. Seems that some people have gone home, or they're out doing other current jobs. Though you do see the man that you had spoke to before, who's just standing there, idly waiting around, looks over at you. Glad you're here. I was worried you weren't gonna show, or maybe that you took that freight after all.
No. I got hungry and I had to go find some food, and there was... Never mind. You know what? It's not important.
Fair. Hey, not my place to judge. But you're ready.
Oh yes, definitely. All three of us are. And I pull them up beside me. And I'm sweating profusely.
You and Eris too are both sweating as Chalet is just kind of there. Kind of eyes are getting a little teary, super excited, that like emotional state of oh my god, my brain. What word am I thinking of? Excitement. I'm just gonna re-say that word again. Euphoria, that's it.
Yes.
With anticipation. So, as you three are all standing there, he looks to you all, ushers forwards with his hand up the stairs.
Okay, I head up the stairs, back towards his room, I suppose.
Okay. After you get to the top of the stairs, he calls out to you as you kind of keep going towards his room. No, we'll be actually going through here. And he points his finger down on the first step that's right there. And he pulls up what looks to be like a latch almost. And there's a door, or rather a trap door on the top, just in front of the stairs.
That is incredibly sneaky for no reason. I like it.
I told you, these people are different. They want to stay very out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we go down the trapdoor.
Okay. Going down the trapdoor, you don't travel very far. You're traveling maybe 10 feet deep. Just probably like underneath the building, if anything. The ceiling is fairly close to the top of your head. If you feel like you were maybe a foot taller, this would start to be an issue for you. But you just climb down, essentially, a metal-framed ladder. Torch sconces follow this pathway. Then it goes maybe about 10 feet further in that then has a wooden door encrusted into it.
Mm.
After all of you get down, the passageway is enough to fit at least 2 people in a row. So, more or less, he just kind of skirts by you all. Sorry, pardon me. Just gotta get to the front here. Alright. Best be prepared. They're very serious and are looking for new strong compatriots. So you and these 2, the individuals who saved Neverwinter from a magic casting surge, or scourge rather, it should be a perfectly right fit for you 3.
Thank you for your assistance.
So, making your way to the door, he goes up to it, he knocks on it twice. There's no answer. He looks, taps his foot 3 times, and then opens the door. When he opens the door, there are kind of bright candles set up all around this room, and they're not in like any sort of pattern. There's some that have like about 3 in a certain pattern or certain group, some that are just single by themselves. It seems they're more used just to light this room, but also don't want to have to deal with the fire producing or the heat producing off of the torch sconces.
I see.
The room seems to be fairly well kept for being, underground. The walls are chiseled into, and the ground itself has kind of like a wooden frame. There's still bits and pieces of it where the dirt kind of stretches up into it, but other than that, it seems to do fairly well. There are a few tables as well. These tables have documents on top. Some of them have other people standing, looking down, kind of sifting through them. Generally, those inside this room are human. You can tell that there's a few elven individuals and about 2 tieflings that are in there. Not the twins, just 2 other general tieflings. What are you doing here? Oh, well, we just found some people that are going to be willing to take us home.
What a twist.
They seemed friendly. No. Ben's there, strangely. He's got like an eye patch on.
Weird.
He's missing an eye now.
An eye and arm, and both his legs are crippled. That's outstanding.
Poor man. Anyways. The general atmosphere of this room feels pretty stressful initially, but after a few moments, those that are kind of working stop, and they start to murmur amongst themselves as there's a main circular table that seems to be in the center of the room that has a very large outstretched map of the world, and you generally have an idea of how the world looks as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there are several markings on it to hold different positions, I guess you could consider it. They look almost like chess pieces, and they're placed all over the map.
I see. Can I make a check to see if I know what these are marking?
Sure. Make a history check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, 2.
2? They're really, really important. They're clearly, the red in some of them seems to be, displaying power of sorts, and
yes.
There are certain ones that seem to have a little bit of a cusp to it, almost like a horse's face, and you're not necessarily sure what that could resemble or what that even is for. There's one that has a cross on top. That's clearly a church or a priest of some kind.
Of course, naturally.
And for some reason there looks to be tokens, so you're getting a little confused. Maybe they're playing bingo at the same time as this.
This is no time to play bingo. Anna, look at this. These are very important.
Yeah, I think history would have been a good one for that. Okay, I just couldn't remember all of the skills. I was like, yeah, history. But yeah, other than that, you're not really gleaming anything else other than they're probably important, and they're probably really specific.
Okay.
Taken really literally.
Yeah, that's exactly what he would do. That's perfect. They're very important, and I don't quite know why, but I know they're important.
After kind of standing for a few seconds and everyone goes back to doing their jobs, the man that brought you down here, sorry for the intrusion, but had 3 individuals who are looking to have alternate work, 2 of which helped a scourge up at Neverwinter, helped prevent some mass panic and magicry. And you can see those that are around the main table in the center of the room, they're getting a lot of glances from some of the people that are at the other tables. There's about 4 or 5 of them that seem to be in the center one. There's 5, and they're all in rather different attire. Some of them are in heavy plated armor, some of them are in robes or leathers. So there's a wide variety. Clearly there's no correlation between the armors or cloth from any of the people, not just those at the center table.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you... Interesting, you helped save City of Neverwinter.
I just kind of stand there because I don't know what to say.
Chalet just kind of like perks up in the silence. That is correct, sir. We helped save the city and are just looking to find other work. So this sounded interesting, and I mean, not to put it bluntly, but secrecy is kind of something that we like. Eris is there, sweating bullets.
I'm also there, sweating. I'm like the one guy from Airplane.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, God, it's so good.
I've seen the memes, though. I've seen the memes. I know the guy. So Chalet just kind of steps forward, steps up towards the table, and you can see they kind of congregate to the other side. The man that was speaking to you puts down his hood, and you can see he's a human man, kind of tousled face and kind of a few blemishes here and there. Clearly doesn't care for appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if looking for anything new, substantial, then I just have a question for you. What's your viewpoints on magic? You said you saved Neverwinter. How do you feel about it?
Ooh, can I make an insight check to see what answer he's looking for?
Sure, make an insight check.
He's obviously searching for one, and the other one is not going to be very worthwhile. Oh, that's a nat 1.
That's a natural 1?
Yep.
Hard to tell. Definitely hard to tell. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely hard to tell. He seems, you've only met him for maybe 20 seconds. And other than that, you don't even have a name. I mean, his look clearly doesn't look like somebody that would be much in the Arcana arts. But there's definitely some people in here that look like they could potentially be. You're just not necessarily sure.
Well, magic has its uses. It's the people who use it who cause problems.
That is important. Good. We have the same viewpoint then. The reason I ask is because that's kind of the deal that we're in right now.
How so?
Right now, we're dealing with a group called the Magi. They are a cultist organization, or militia group, whatever you want to call them. They're a force that needs to be dealt with. They've been risking several cities in their wake, as they have been traveling across country to country, across continents even, in search of something. We don't know what, we don't know where, but we know that they're doing something. They have fought several cities to get to what they want, and they are terroristic groups.
I see.
So, what we were looking to do is fortify, more or less, a certain area. We're trying to build forces to prevent them. And at this time, we need to send people to other cities. They've started in this city, started in this vicinity rather, and have traveled across the country. Soon, we're expecting them to leave and go to a different continent, like they had once before.
So you're planning on catching them before they leave. I see.
Yes. If they leave, then they're out of our jurisdiction, or we lose track of them in general.
Okay. I tilt my head slightly to the side to look at Chalet to see what she's looking like, I suppose.
Chalet looks flabbergasted. It's a mixture of excitement and confusion, as she has no idea what the Magi are, or why there was that tense tone dealing with magic in Neverwinter. But she looks generally excited. Eris is also winded down a little bit more and isn't sweating bullets, and only just a moderate amount.
I hand her a handkerchief.
She grabs it, wipes her face a little bit. Thank you. Gives it back to you.
I take it with just my index finger and my thumb, and I shove it back into my pocket.
Okay. Gives kind of like a little sliding sound as you kind of put it in. But other than that, her face is definitely lightened up. Is that something you're thinking that you'd be alright with? You have any roots here that you're not willing to let go?
Hell no. We have no reason to stay here. Though I have to ask before we agree to anything. Where would you be sending us?
Looks down at the map. You hear some muttering amongst the group of individuals. If you want to try to listen in, you could.
Sure, why not?
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay, using a different dice this time because that's...
Those are two really bad rolls initially.
Oh, it's not much better. Perception, you said? 11.
That's enough. They're not trying to be secretive, you can tell, because they've already divulged the conversation to you. You just hear bits and pieces of it. It's like, well, these three look to me like they could be of use in higher ground, so if we put them over here, and then one of them kind of like puts out a hand, and no, that's not going to do it. If we put them there, then they're not going to be able to discuss with anybody else. They look to be a little different. So,
I take
more of a
offense.
secluded place then. You're a palish man and two Shadowkai. Very different appearance to the rest of the world.
Wow, racist as well.
Shadowkai have markings on their skin.
Fair.
They have dark tattooed skin. They have nearly green skin, too.
That's fair.
So you're a bit different, but the rest of it's kind of just muttering. You can't understand most of it. Let me get my map out again, because I forgot what I put down before. Damn it. Where did my phone go? There it is. Okay. Where's my map? There it is. Okay. The place we're looking to send you. He leans back. Have you ever been to Loudwater?
No.
Huh? You'll be traveling there. It's a smaller town. We have reason to believe that they've been traversing towards the Deep Maw, so we're trying to create a form around it to try to catch them. Or you could call it a sheen, or a net.
I see.
We already have 2 other groups that were sent there, though they themselves are very different than you. Hopefully you'll be able to find them and discuss your plan from there.
Okay. I'm liking what I'm hearing. There are a couple details we have to work out, though.
Right. Payment, I assume?
Payment and time frame.
They start kind of murmuring once again. We'll be stationed in that general area for the better part of 2 weeks to 3 weeks. We'll send word if we need you to change in a hurry. But other than that, the time frame that we'll schedule you for is about 3 weeks. That is with Loudwater, the forest nearby, the main road, and any place that you traverse nearby it yourself. Though stay within relative space to the mountains.
Okay.
I recommend you stay somewhere away from, how do you pronounce that one again? It's, Lork. York. Whatever it's called. Stay generally away from them. They're a little strange. That's why we're sending you to Loudwater before getting to that point, because they may be a hindrance or a blessing. We're not quite too sure. We don't want to take the chance.
Fair enough. Okay, 2 more questions, I suppose.
Yes.
Are we to go undercover, or are we just to go as us?
Well, I leave that to your discretion. If you want to stay undercover to try to hide your presence from the rest of the city, that is your choice. Or you can you can voice out your opinions to maybe the gods and persuade the city yourself.
We'll go with the sneaky approach.
I agree. Well, it's what I'm used to. These 2, and he kind of points to the 2 next to him who are in fairly heavier attire. The one that's got the full plate armor on. He goes, can't really do that with these 2 around me, though. Don't look at me. I'm not the one that's tripping on my own feet over there. It's that one. And he points to the one across from him. You can see these 5 seem to be very well acquainted, almost like their own adventuring party in the past.
I look at Chalet and then back to the man. I know what you mean.
Chalet just gives you a kind of a side glance.
I smile.
So how much are we going to be getting paid for this? Well, that all depends. It's based off of how well we think that your job has been accomplished, how much you do, as well as what is the end result. If you find nothing, then obviously the pay will be less, but if you can successfully find or even defend the city or find out their plans in any way, then there's more pay to go around.
That's vague.
It's hard to equate. There's so many groups, so much different types of work. Can't be expected to pay individuals from different cities when they don't have anything to accomplish, while, say, your group successfully finds them and purges them entirely. I don't think giving a set gold in mind is going to really be very fair to you, now does it seem?
Yeah, that's fine, as long as you can promise us generous pay if we complete this.
We'll get to that specifics later, but know that the minimum, at least, is 300 gold for the entire 3 weeks.
Yeah, no,
If no event
very
occurs.
low. That's very, very poor pay.
Did you say that to Anna, or did you say that to him?
To Anna. Definitely to Anna.
Okay. And in the back of your mind goes, I wanted to get away. It was either that or go and work on a freight for, what was it, 500 gold to travel down?
Something like that. I suppose this is better.
Hey, we can go visit a new city.
True.
Find out some things.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe find some more relations that you might break there. Let's try to stay on best behavior while we go there, though.
Yes,
Don't want to blow our cover.
What cover? In case you failed to realize, we have as many covers as we want.
Fair. True. As you're kind of discussing with Anna in the back of your mind, did you catch any of that, or is that too little for you?
No, that's perfectly fine.
Great. When do you plan to leave?
Well, probably earlier rather than later. What time is it right now?
Right now it's afternoon, so you've been in here maybe for, I'll say, a few minutes. Hasn't been that long, so probably 3 o'clock-ish.
Maybe tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Early birds, then. Very well. We'll have ferry for you. Prepared by the northeastern gate.
All right, then. I hold up my hand for a handshake to seal the deal.
He leans forwards, and you can see when he leans forwards and pulls out his hand to shake yours, it's very meaty. For being a little bit shorter than those around him, he is robust and muscular.
He is a wide boy.
He is a very large individual by pure muscle standards. And he goes to shake your hand. You can feel this clap of energy as he just goes. We have a deal then.
My bones, frail and brittle.
What can we call you then?
My name is Izith. I point to Chalet. She's Chalet, and the other one is Eris.
Pleasure to meet the three of you. Call me Adam.
Do you have a family?
I do.
Is that Adam with 2 Ds?
It is.
Oh shit. I got a faraway look.
Yeah, other than that, those around you seem to be still working. If there's anything else you need, you know where we'll be. But other than that, suggest you prepare yourself. It'll be a fairly long journey.
Nothing we can't handle?
No. It'll just be you and your cot. Nothing else really substantial.
Alright. Can't wait to get going.
Glad to hear. Know that you'll have to pilot it yourself, but I'm sure you can handle it.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something in my wheelhouse. Yes, definitely.
It's a horse and buggy. Nothing too strange. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I shake his hand again.
Shakes yours again. Just whoosh. It's like that. It's like that scene. You son of a bitch.
It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna shake your hand one more time with my other hand now.
He shakes yours with his other hand. You can see it's a little bit lighter. It's like a little bit maybe less forceful. He's easily more right hand dominant, but still forceful.
That's my man. I point at him and leave.
All right. Good to see you. Glad to be working with you. All right. So what do you do after you leave? The one man follows behind you, closes the door, taps his foot 3 times, and then turns to face you. So, guess you guys decided already, right?
Yes, sir. We are employed now.
Well, glad that I could do my job. And he kind of does an invisible tip of the hat. If there's anything else you need, you'll find me. Otherwise, you'll find your horse and buggy tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much.
Glad to work with you. Hope you 3 make it safe.
So do I.
Starts walking out, goes up the ladder, and kind of pushes open the trapdoor that's under there.
I'll follow suit, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, the three of you follow suit. Are you just leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Stepping outside, Chalet just lets out, "Yes! Oh, we finally get to do something fun."
We've been here for a day. Not even a day.
I don't care about being here. There's nothing fun about the Shadowfell. There's nothing fun about our home. We get to do something.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Oh. So, what's the plan? If we're gonna be hanging out for a night, we'll need some lodging.
Yeah. First things first, though, seeing as we still have some daylight to burn, do you two require anything?
I have a few things myself. Eris? Well, I wouldn't mind something to read. It's gonna be a fairly long trek. Other than that, I should be fine. Maybe some few things to protect ourselves, but other than that, I have this, and she pulls out what looks to be a greater potion of healing of sorts. It's got you can see by the viscous red fluid that's inside of it.
I don't understand what it is, but I don't ask questions. I reach into the bag of holding, and I pull out one of the pale green gemstones.
Okay.
Here,
Yep.
This should cover whatever expenses you two have for today.
Where'd you get this?
I found it.
Alright, well, thanks for letting us have it.
No problem.
Deal with our own expenses.
Just don't go flashing that around. Might get stolen.
Weird. Alright. Fine, we'll keep it on the hush. Come on, Eris, let's go and take care of some things. What are you two planning to do?
Well, I rummage around in my desk drawer. We have some shopping to do. I have a list here from Anna.
Yeah, you pretend to pull out a full drawer from your bag of holding and pretend to pull it open and open it to reveal an invisible piece of paper. I have a list that I have to go through.
We have to go find some actual armor because these shreds aren't doing anything for us.
Fair.
An actual
she kind of
shield.
puts up a finger and flicks part of your armor. You can see that single piece vibrates viciously.
Stop! We have to get a real shield because of this rusty old pot lid that I think we stole from
you
hell.
Still have that? No, you got that from the boat.
Oh.
The boat, before finding Barst, she gave you a shield, and that shield was a crummy pot.
Well, we, went to hell, and we didn't exactly have time to find anything better, so, yes.
Well, you look a little ridiculous, no offense.
I am a little ridiculous.
Fair. Fine.
Might buy some
Take
scrolls.
care of those two things. Oh.
Might buy a dagger, because my fancy dagger is gone.
You had a fancy dagger?
It was very fancy.
Damn shame.
Very. And then Anna has something here written in very small 2-point font. No, Anna, we can't do that. That's illegal. Those poor innocent.
Just make a deception check.
21.
Alright, I think that beats her 4. Oh. Well, we're gonna be leaving in the better part of 10 hours. Don't do something to get yourselves arrested.
I'll keep this violent temptress under control.
Yeah, get a hold of that. I know you guys went to hell, but don't bring hell back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Anna.
Yeah, Anna. You hear in the back of your mind, would you shut up and go shopping? You have tons of things to buy. I know, but I hate it.
I shed a single tear. Okay, yes. Meet back at the inn, I guess.
What was it called again? The Yawning...
Yawning Portal.
Yawning portal, thank you. Yeah, we'll be back there. We'll have our room situated. Probably some good food. Get a few things. I need a new pack myself. I don't have a backpack or anything, so...
Neither do we. We've been living out of this bag forever.
It's a very nice bag.
Thank you.
We used to live through it, back when we lived at the Shadow Neverwinter.
Didn't we have the bag before we went there?
Right, let me rehash that. We used to live through the portable hole.
Oh, yes.
Put heavy things in there and just picked it up, moved it somewhere else.
Portable hole. I shove it farther into my pocket. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I don't recall what happened either. Honestly, I don't recall a whole lot of things that happened before, death. But, oh well. Don't really necessarily want it. It's not a fond memory of mine.
No, that's fair.
Eris, I guess we have some things to go by and go and meet these two back later. Alright, well, we'll see you back at the inn then. Be safe.
Absolutely.
And don't take too long. We need to get some full rest if we're going to be traveling far.
Yes, definitely. Sleep is the first thing on my agenda. I have absolutely nothing else planned. Yes, it is now written in bold font.
In my invisible paper, it says sleep above
Right there.
the buying press plate.
Beautiful.
Yes. So they go off towards the inn. And you are going where?
Oh god. Back to the market's quarter, because we weren't in this skin when we were there to steal stuff.
No, we were not. We were in a different form, an elven man's form,
the
before
elven
going
bartender,
there.
the one that you murdered.
The one that threatened me.
That you
and
murdered.
So I re-threatened with
murdered
with a failed blackmailing attempt. Look, I don't talk to people very well, all right?
You threatened him with death.
I threatened him with exploiting him.
You killed him. That's not...
I killed him, yes,
Yeah.
I did. But in my defense, he was a very powerful man. He avoided so many things I threw at him to peacefully save him.
He was a very talented person. Such a shame that you killed him.
Well, you know what? Better off. He's not a magic caster Neverwinter anymore. He's a magic caster dead.
Wow.
I could have seen him in hell. Anyways, where are we going first?
That was dark. That was very dark. I wasn't prepared for that, Anna.
Jester,
Do you need some counseling?
I think I'm getting just contact or secondhand craziness from you.
I take offense to that. My craziness is nice and bottled up behind that door back there.
Speaking of which, you need to put some bars on there. I was hearing sounds from it.
I need to grease the hinges. And that too.
Grease the hinges?
They're not greasy anymore. They're dry.
Ugh.
You ever seen a dry hinge? It's
I
unnatural.
don't want to see it unhinged. That's my main concern.
That's also fair. Okay, we have shopping to do. This isn't helping at all, Anna.
As you are just standing in the middle of the street, your friends getting further and further away, kind of looking over their shoulders as you're just standing there staring back towards them.
I sprint full speed.
Towards them?
Towards the market. And if they're heading towards the market, I guess I just run right by them.
No, they're not heading towards the market. They're heading towards the inn.
I see.
You're heading.
Okay.
You're heading slightly more north. They're going like eastern. You're going north.
Here we go. Shopping. Oh,
All
yes.
right. So, what are you looking for first? Because there's stands of all sorts of things. There's people selling food, produce, selling magical weapons, items. There's people selling various different tools and all sorts of different things. There's people having armor displayed, embezzled and just covered in decor. What are you looking for, Jester?
Oh my god. Okay, first thing on the list, because I'm a one-track mind, I need a better stabby.
Better stabby. So you look around, Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna roll this dice now because the other two have failed me horribly.
You're gonna start running out of dice.
Investigation, you said?
Yes.
That's a 5.
5. Takes you the better part of like 15 minutes. You're just so enamored and distracted by all the people that are around. There's several people shouting out numbers and it almost frightens you like a scared animal. But you do spot what looks to be a stand that's selling several different kinds of weapons. And when you approach this kind of shorter man, he's clearly half-orc, but he's maybe like a runt in a litter type of scenario. His tusks are fairly short, and he's got a very thin, twiddly gray mustache that just kind of curls up towards his nose.
Oh, is he half orc, half gnome?
You're not sure, but he's definitely like your height, if not maybe a little bit shorter. But he's he's standing behind all these weapons. Well, hello. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a very, very expensive knife.
Well, are we talking about the stabby kind?
My eyes light up. The stabby kind.
Pulls out a dagger, and it looks fairly nice and genuine. The design on it actually kind of looks of elven markings.
Mm.
This dagger is quite powerful. It's more capable of finding your mark, as well as it has a unique property to it when in the night. In night's cover.
That's vague. What is it? What happens in the night?
If you're in the night, or in similar circumstances, you'll be able to find your mark even better than if you had eyes.
I get a pensive stare. Okay.
Do you want DM talk to figure out what this actually is?
Well, I know it's a fancy dagger, but I don't know what the fuck it is.
Okay, I don't know if this is a genuinely a real thing. I'm just kind of making it up. It is a +2 magic dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It is a +2 magic weapon and has all the bonuses respected of it. However, if you are in dark, not dim light, just in dark, your attack with it has advantage. You are not affected by being blind in the dark. When you attack with it, you still won't be able to see, but it will be able to direct itself towards the target.
That is very fancy.
So, what do you think?
I must admit, I rather do like this dagger. How much will it cost?
I have a few other selections. Well, this one for its properties. How much are you willing to sell it for? Or buy it for, not sell it back to me.
Well, I might just buy it and sell it back to you for markup. How does that sound?
I don't think I'll buy it back. But no, seriously, how much are you thinking to pay for it?
Oh, well, would you be willing to give me a rough estimate for a +1 dagger?
I do have a very basic dagger. Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry. Did you say for a +1 dagger? In relative term?
How much do you run for a magical dagger that isn't very magical?
I generally would sell those for maybe about 200 gold pieces. 250 on a high end.
Oh my, okay. Then how many of those daggers would it take to cover the cost of that dagger?
At least 5 of them.
Oh shit. I whip out our 4 +1 daggers.
Do we have 4 of them?
Pretty sure we have 4.
I thought we only had 3.
Do we only have 3?
In the bag of holding, yeah?
Shit. 3.
Pretty sure we have 3.
I
Yeah, we have
busted
3
all
+1
3.
daggers.
I hold them all
Okay.
between my thumb and forefinger.
Okay. Oh. I see you have your own stabby daggers.
These aren't as good as your stabby stabby. I'm willing to trade you my stabby stabbies and this fancy rock for your stabby stabby.
Which rock is it?
Oh, fuck. 5 plus 1 daggers are 200. That's 1,000, and we got 600, so we need 400 more gold.
If you're paying for full, yeah.
Yeah. Math. I pull out the blue gemstone.
Okay.
I'll give you these 3 daggers and this fancy rock for that knife.
These are genuine, right?
These daggers?
These daggers.
Yeah, definitely. They saved my life countless times.
We'll put them on the table quick.
I put them down.
Kind of rubs his hand over the top of them, and each time you can see his fingers kind of twitching as he does, just... They're genuine. Genuine enough. Maybe they haven't seen combat, but that's not my business. So this gemstone looks pretty nice. I'm not very well versed in it. But I'd say it only looks to be worth maybe about 250 gold.
250, I'll have you know, sir. As a player to you, that's the big fancy one. 400.
Oh, I know it is.
Oh, I give him a stink eye. You take me for a fool?
I take it that you don't know necessarily how much a gem is worth. Sorry, but gems themselves aren't very necessarily useful to me. From DM to player, this is because you rolled a 5 for investigation.
That's fine. I stepped into that one. Well.
Do you have anything else that might be interesting, or you can pay in gold?
I check our empty pockets for gold and find none.
I mean, if you have enough of them, I'll take it, sure, because I can sell them to somebody else who's looking for maybe rocks.
I pull out one of the orange gemstones.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, if I'm going to roll at least decently once tonight, it better be now. Oh, that's not bad. 17.
17's good. So he looks... Alright. Seemed like a reasonable man. I'll gladly do this trade. So I want 3 daggers, that blue gemstone, and I'll take that fancy orange one. He himself did not roll very well on his own gemology check on the gemstone.
Oh, yes.
And equated the orange one to be more valuable than the blue one.
Classic gemology.
I don't know what else to call it. His survival check on the gemstones. No, it would be a history check anyways. But no, he mistakes the orange gem as being more valuable than the blue one. So here you are. Enjoy your stabby dagger.
Thank you very much.
Glad to be working with you. Anything else you need? I have other fine selections of weaponry.
Sick. +2 dagger of dark stabbings.
Sure, that works.
Beautiful.
I'll come up with a real name later.
It's the dagger of dark stabbings.
Dagger of dark stab. Dark stabby.
Stabby. What else do you carry, my good man?
Well, unlike that one's a little bit more of my work. I have a few of these other +1 weaponry, or these +1s. No, I have a few other generic, magically enchanted weaponry. I have a very fancy rapier for you as well, if that's something you're interested in using.
Anna?
I don't generally use a weapon, so I should be fine without one.
I'll pass.
Very well, your loss. Hopefully you don't perish with my new dagger in hand.
It would be such a shame. I'll make sure my ghost comes back to haunt you, though, if I do die.
Haunt me because of what? A fair trade?
Faulty dagger. And I wink at him and walk away.
You hear him chuckle. And then there's like almost a worry of like, wait, what? Hey. And then you're already gone into the crowd. So you paid a little bit more than you initially thought for this dagger.
Yeah, that's fine. We're loaded.
I mean, yeah. Not if you're looking for certain things. Well, that loaded, man.
We're loaded enough.
I mean, yeah, we got a couple thousand.
Considering we didn't do any honest work for this money.
Yeah, that is fair. This is very fair. It was all stolen. Every last bit of it.
Every last penny. Alright, next on the list.
Every last one. Alright, what are you looking for next?
Looking for some good armor and potentially a shield from the same place.
Okay, so you're looking for basically a blacksmithy.
Yeah.
Make another investigation check.
Oh boy, here we go. Dice don't fail me now.
Intelligence is not your strong suit.
That's a 12.
12? Okay. You scour for maybe about 5 minutes, much better than it was initially, and you do seem to see a more reputable place. There's a few people and patrons that are actually going to and from it. It seems to be less of a stand and almost like an open building. It's got a single pillar in the middle that kind of splits it into 2 different doorways, and inside you can see is this dragonborn female gold-scaled individual who sits behind this kind of V-formatted desk. And
lizard lady.
Behind her, she seems to have what looks to be like a forging going on. She's pouring what looks to be molten liquid into a mold.
Damn. There is nothing hotter than someone who knows their way around their profession. So unlike you, Anna, she knows what she's doing.
And you know what you're doing?
That's besides the point.
So that's what you see. You can see that she has a protective face guard down as well.
I stroll up to the counter and I just wait to let her finish whatever she's doing.
Okay. After she pours it into the mold, she puts down like a clasp that looks to be almost like a solid plate of metal, and then she slides it further into what looks to be a small cubby of sorts that's been built into the wall, and she slams closed to this other metal plate. Flicking up the mask. How's it going? What you looking for?
Irish?
I don't know. I'm just doing something.
Works for me.
What are you looking for?
Stare at her for a second. I'm looking for armor. Specifically a breastplate.
Don't have any of those right now, but I can make it.
How long will you need?
Depends on my other work, but currently I don't have much else that's going on. I could get it done probably a few hours.
That's faster than I thought you would say. Yeah, that works for me. It's completely fine.
I genuinely don't know how long blacksmithing costs or takes.
Yeah. Probably about that fast if she's super fucking good.
Well, she's a fairly well-renowned one in the city.
Alright, yeah. Works for me. Do you need measurements or anything?
Oh, I'm going to, yeah, but we need to discuss about cost first.
Of course.
So, what are you, it's, just looking for basic press plate?
It depends, I suppose. Do you carry anything in mithril?
Mithril. She kind of like opens up a ledger, starts flipping through it several times. I can get it. I have a good friend of mine who's recently got a little bit of some stock. Seems to be a little bit more than necessary for a breastplate.
I see.
It's fairly more expensive, if that's alright in your standards.
As a player, I hope I'm not misremembering this, but mithril armor gets rid of the disadvantages for stealth, right?
I believe that's not true. Let me get my DM's book out. I believe Mithril. I actually don't remember at all because I think I might be mixing up it with Adamantine because I know Adamantine makes you immune to critical hits, but I don't know what Mithril does. I'll get my book.
I do not recall.
Mithril armor, light, flexible. If armor normally imposes disadvantage on stealth or is required, it does not. So you could technically make this out of heavy armor and have no dexterity stealth disadvantages.
Yes.
However, put into point, our dexterity is +2, so... If you get heavy armor, breastplate is, what, 16? Or is it 14? Fucking scared the shit out of me. New timer, everyone. As iOS is updated, I can actually put down a ringtone for the timer now.
Horrifying. I don't approve.
I love it. Majora. It's my lock screen thing. I'll take a screenshot of my lock screen and send that to you. It'll freak you out. It's so funny.
We could go half plate.
Let me get back to my player's handbook for the
breastplate
equipments page.
Is 14 plus dex mod to a plus of 2.
That's true. So this would half plate is 15. It's true. Much more expensive.
Extremely.
What is the cost of Mithril? Let me go back to it, because I genuinely don't fucking know. Mithril. It's uncommon, so it's not superly over expensive. Yeah. It's not necessarily crazy. Where's the chart that has cost? I can't remember. Just average cost.
In the DMs.
Oh, here it is. It's on page 135.
I see.
Okay. So, we'll finish this, and then we'll switch over. Or, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to retain concentration?
Sure.
Okay. Natural 1.
16.
Alright, you're good. So, you got another 5 minutes. Let me get my timer back out. Alright. So, I do have some mithril. Do you want breastplate? Or are you looking for something else?
Mithril is ideal.
Alright, well, then what would you like me to make?
Well, I would ideally like half plate, but I would like to know price range before we decide on something.
Well, putting it into work, it's going to take a little bit more time to forge that, especially since half plate is substantially bigger than breastplate. It's going to require me to do a few more things, as well as the material in use. So it would take me a better part of at least a good 8 hours to probably finish it.
What time is it right now?
Right now, it's probably about 4 o'clock. So it would be generally ready by the morning.
If you don't mind working late, I could definitely be okay with that.
All right. You can either pick it up tonight or you can pick it up in the morning. It's up to you.
Probably in the morning.
Fair enough. For cost, with time and labor, as well as the material in use and in question, it's going to run you probably about, let's say, 1,100.
Let me look here. We definitely could, but it's gonna be like all of our money.
No, we still got tons. What are you talking about?
Do we? Did I not do math?
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
No, you're
can you
right.
not do math? Yeah, we have in total right now at least 2,500 gold.
Don't out me at the moment.
Actually, it's a little bit less than that. It's probably closer to 2,000.
Okay. Yeah, that is completely reasonable.
All right. Well, if you would be so kind as to
I reach into
pay
the
me up
bag,
front.
and I pull out the 2 diamonds and the 5 red gemstones.
Oh. Looks pretty fancy. I can make something pretty nice with these. All right. Sounds like a deal.
Thank you very much.
She takes the gemstones from you. Well, I'll have this ready for you in the morning. Any embezzlements or any kind of fancy smancy stuff that you're looking for? I'm already working with Mithril. You already paid me up front, so if there's any kind of design choice that you might be looking into.
Anna, what's on the face of your coin?
On the face of my coin?
Our holy symbol.
It's generally the main picture of it is a hammer.
Oh.
Like one of those mallets that courts use.
Oh, yes. Would you be willing to engrave a gavel and a rose on the front of the chest piece?
I can do that, sure. Won't take too long, and I'll do it for free. How's that?
That is... You have a lifelong customer, man.
Well, glad to do business, especially if you're going to be buying Mithril. My friend will be pretty happy, too.
Well, thank you for your time. Most definitely.
Pleasure to work, and pleasure to get paid. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I smile and nod and I leave.
Okay. So as you leave, you hear the sound of someone a sound of a dragonborn woman behind you. Fuck! Where's that glove? She goes rummaging around in the back of the room as she had initially grabbed the metal plate that has been resting inside the wall for a little bit too long.
Ooh, owie.
Yeah, singeing her hand and probably not feeling too comfortable about it, the whole situation. But she'll work through the pain, especially being paid 1,100 gold. All right. So what are you doing next?
Next on the list is an actual shield.
Okay. You gonna go look for that, or are you gonna talk to someone else about it, or are you gonna talk to the same woman about it?
I'll just pivot off my foot and go right back inside.
Okay. Turning back around and looking inside, you can see that there is a dragonborn woman that you had seen before. Oh no! The timer stopped. Just kept going, just kept laughing at me as I was failing trying to turn it off. This is the best timer. All right. Do you want to maintain control?
Sure. I'll go for it. Why not?
All right.
Disadvantage, correct?
I have a 5.
I have 2 9s.
All right. So you maintain control yet again for another 5.
Take the body from me, Anna.
Got one more try. It's gonna be really stacked against you. Okay. So you see when you turn around a dragonborn woman who you had just paid 1,100 gold to is kind of putting a block of ice in her palm and just crushing it just with her hands. Just.
As I stepped outside, I heard you burn yourself. Are you all right?
I'll be fine. Nothing I haven't done before.
Can I see your hand for a second?
Sure. She kind of flips the ice into her other hand, just starts to kind of just mesh it in. You get the feeling that the air from all this stuff is kind of getting really, really hot and bothersome, so that's why she kind of just keeps blocks of ice nearby. You can see when she pulls out her hand, there's this like callus kind of burned into her hand, and it's singed somewhat. Doesn't seem to be very dramatic.
I'll cast a first level Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. Just roll a d8. Just cause.
Just cause. Big old D8. That's an 8.
Okay, so full healing. So you just place your hand into her palm, just wash over, almost like a magic trick. You just go, whoosh, and it's fully healed. In fact, like a few of her cuts and bruises that she's had doing this job seems to heal over too. And you can kind of see her perk up and her back kind of straighten. Oh, I didn't take you for cleric type. Well, thank you.
Not
I'll be
a
able
problem.
to work more efficiently now.
I came back, not just for that. Do you happen to sell shields here?
Yeah, I've got a few shields in stock. What's up? What are you looking for?
Just a better shield than this. And pull out the rusty old pot lid.
That takes me back. I used to do that same sort of deal when I traveled around. But it's not really good for an adventuring type, right?
God,
I kind
no.
of get that you're going on to something pretty drastic if you're getting some mithril armor, so. Anything specific in the shield you're looking for? Otherwise I can give you one that I've already got made.
No. Well, let's see what you have first, and then I will make a decision.
Well, I've got this shield here. It was repurposed by what looks to be like a town guard. It has the city's symbol of ocean, land, and such. Otherwise, I have this purely plain looking one. It has very strong reinforced wood carved into it. Otherwise, I have this solid metal one. It isn't anything special, but it's pretty hefty and bound to survive a few blows itself.
I'll take that one.
All right. That will run you, just because I like you and you also kind of helped me out today. Let's say 5 gold.
5 gold. Problem about that, ma'am?
What's wrong?
I put the 7 copper pieces we have on the table. This is all I've got. I could pay you with significantly more, but you have to give me back a lot of money.
Well, that is a shame, now, isn't it? Make a general persuasion check. I would have given you disadvantage, but you helped her to begin with, so you would just a straight roll of persuasion.
Natural 20.
Keep your 7 copper. Might need it for some food. It's on the house.
Oh, no, I can't accept that.
No, you're buying mithril armor. That is nearly 1,000 times more expensive than the shield. Hell, it was repurposed to begin with, so go ahead and take it. It'll suit you better, and if you're going to be a lifelong customer, then I'd rather you live longer than die sooner.
Oh, fine. I'll take your shield. Not just a lifelong customer, a lifelong friend. Hopefully.
Well, call me Bridget.
Nice to meet you, Bridget. I am... No, fuck. Everybody normally calls me Jester, but my actual name is Izeth.
Well, I'll call you Jester then.
Thank you very much.
Glad to work for you. Commission whatever you need. If you have any questions, feel free to come by and ask. Otherwise, you'll know where I am.
Well, thank you. I take the shield. To be sneaky. Yeah, I'm going to try to leave the 7 copper on the counter.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, 15.
15?
Yes.
As you turn to leave, there's this presence of the forceful push that's coming from Anna.
Oh.
And at the same time, you also hear over your shoulder, "You forgot this. Honestly, I'm not going to need it. You need the food if this is all you have, and you can't pay for a shield. How are you going to buy food?"
Oh.
Knowing the individual is going to be giving out enough gold to cover for something.
No, I am perfectly fine. This is all I have on me. I will purposely fail my throw.
Okay. Okay. So you forego control. Did you pick up the 7 copper? No?
No.
Okay. You are intentionally giving us a really difficult position of buying food. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, let me stretch my back quick. Gotta crack my back. Oh, much better.
Okay.
Right, we're still sitting pretty with, a good 1,000 gold. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, I don't necessarily need any magic items, so I'm okay with that.
So with half plate, we will be at 17. With our shield, we'll be at 19. That's not too bad.
And then our ring of protection will put us to 20.
Hell yes. And we won't have disadvantage on stealth. This is the ideal situation.
Super good, and you have a very fancy shadow stabby dagger.
Stabby.
Stabby.
All right. Anna.
Let me get my timer. I'm trying to keep up with that. All right.
You take control of the body, and you find yourself standing in a building that's rather hot compared to what you're used to.
Ugh.
Not quite to the same level as hell, because hell is on fire, but it's unpleasant nonetheless.
Well, we had that ring of fire resistance, so probably same quality now.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh. Sorry, yeah, I don't know why I forgot that there. Let me just take those out of your way, and I'm gonna pick up the 7 copper pieces.
She furrows her brows and kind of gives you a half smile and shakes her head. Have fun up there.
Oh, I will. I'll be back in the morning to pick up our gear, and I'm going to walk away with the shield.
Excellent. Yeah, you just leave. She doesn't say anything else.
Cool. Okay. Clap my hands. Day of shopping. Hope you're ready for the shopping episode, everyone.
Shopping, yes.
This is some of the fun stuff. Okay, we need to get a few things. We have no supplies inside of the bag of holding.
Well, can't you just make food and water, Anna?
Well, I'm not talking about food and water. Yes, I can just do that. We should have a few, though, just in case you don't have anything.
Fine.
But we don't have any gold. I'm gonna go looking for just kind of a general goods store.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Investigation.
Yes.
Investigation. Yeah, Sean Connery. That is a dirty 20.
Damn, very good. Yeah,
Much better.
As you step outside and you're like, I need to go find a general goods store. You just happen to look up and you see one directly ahead of you.
Perfect. I'm gonna head towards that.
Beautiful. You step inside. There's no one behind the counter.
Excuse me?
Yes, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second, please.
Oh no, Jester, don't look.
Why?
There might be a gnome coming.
Oh no.
Oh, gnome.
Okay, everybody, this is the end of Double Time. It's been a lot of fun. I'm just gonna, You sad.
I'm gonna take a sip of some Victory Coke. Anyways.
This little gnome man steps out from a back room. There's no door on it, so you can kind of just hear him shuffling out. All you see at first is his frazzled salt and pepper hair, which sticks straight up. He shuffles over to the counter. You can hear him moving something. It sounds like metal against stone. All right, here we are. He climbs up on top of his little stool, and he stands up behind the counter. As you look at him, he has this big handlebar mustache and a pair of welding goggles on his head. You're not quite sure what they're for, as you don't see a forge or anything in here, but he wears them nonetheless. What can I help you with, my friend?
Well, I'm just looking for just a few things. We're going to be traveling for a few weeks, potentially, so I would like maybe if you had any... do you have possibly a healing potion or two on you?
Ah, yes, a healing potion. From underneath the counter, he pulls up two glass bottles with a viscous red liquid in them. Good,
glad. So, I would love to purchase these 2 potions of healing. I also would like a few day-long rations, if possible. Could I have about 10 of them?
10 rations, 10 rations. Definitely, most definitely. He reaches under the counter and pulls up 10 rations. Immaculate.
Alright. Do you potentially just have a, Nah, to be honest to you, we're gonna be starting our first adventure, so we're not necessarily sure what it is we're gonna need.
New adventures. Are you planning on doing, some spelunking?
That's what I was thinking about, and I don't know, maybe a, Fuck. I'm trying to look for the page that has all the packs, and I can't find them. I have no idea what to call them.
Page 151.
151, thank you. There it is, equipment packs. Yeah, maybe just I'm sorry, could you take these rations away? Maybe if you just had an explorer's kit in general?
Oh, that's fine. He puts the rations back under the counter and pulls up this explorer's pack. It comes in a nice tanned leather bag, or like a satchel, really.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Do you have any interesting books on you by chance?
Interesting books.
Just something nice to read while you're traveling.
He taps his chin and looks whimsically up to the ceiling. I have just the thing. Maybe. Is this a book for knowledge? Or is it a book for pleasure?
Just a book for entertainment. I wouldn't necessarily call it either or.
Okay. He reaches under the counter, pulls up a book. A book that is bound in dyed leather, like a dark blue color. There is no title and no author on the cover. This book will keep you very entertained, I can promise you that.
Can I just give it a brief glance to kind of see what it might be about?
Yes, definitely, go for it.
Alright, I'm gonna open it up and just kind of skim first few pages, make sure this is not gonna bore us or it's not malicious.
Give me a hot second.
Okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Or an intelligence saving throw, rather.
Oh, fuck. What? I mean, that's not good, because that's not one of our saving throws, but it's not bad, because I'm also, a +4 at intelligence saving throws. 18?
18 is a pass. As you open up the book, you feel the sudden urge, or the sudden rush of magic just wash over you. And you feel your mind lurching and slowing down. And you shake it off. And as you look at the pages, you realize they're all empty. And you flip through them all and they're all empty. You see the man behind the counter chuckling.
What the hell is this?
This is an excellent tome.
What's it about?
It's more of a joke book, really. As you see, I don't have anyone to demonstrate this on, but it makes them fall into a stupor, if you will. It's not malicious. I would not sell it if it was.
Well, how much would it be?
For you, I will sell this to you for 1 silver.
Oh.
It's just a book. You see, he smiles.
And I will add that to the pile of things.
An excellent tome.
So I've got 2 minor potions of healing, a explorer's pack, the tome of stupefying. Anything else? Do you happen to have... I know this might be a little bit random. Do you have any ink used for tome scrawling, like transferring of a spell scroll to a spell book? Any of that magical ink?
Magical ink. Unfortunately, I do not. You might have to check at a more specialized establishment for that.
That's okay. I figured I should just ask. Thank you, though. Do you have a mirror?
A mirror?
By chance? Yeah, like kind of like a hand mirror that has like a stick to the end of it, so that way I can kind of look at the back of my head some.
Interesting. Yes, he reaches under the counter and pulls up a small mirror.
Okay, yeah, that should work too. Okay, I think that will do for everything.
Okay.
So what's my total?
I was really hoping you were paying attention.
I know my total. So the mirror is 5 gold, the book is 1 silver, Explorer's Bag is 10, so that is 115 gold with 2 minor potions of healing, and 1 silver.
Yes. 115 gold.
Do you happen to have any holy water by chance?
Holy water? I sell normal water. All you have to do is boil the hell out of it.
Charming. This'll be more than enough. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna put a orange gemstone down.
Orange gemstone.
This should be able to cover it. And it's a little bit more pricey than the rest. Can I get the rest of that in Can I get a bag of ball bearings as well, if you have that?
A bag of ball bearings, most definitely. He reaches under the counter and pulls out a bag of, God, is it 1,000?
It's 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, this big-ass bag of ball bearings.
I might also need some chain, if you have some chain.
Gives you a quizzical look. What on earth are you up to?
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be going on an adventure, you never know when you need to lock a door.
Fair. None of my business. What kind of chain are you looking for? Nice thin one? Nice heavy one?
Let's go with the heavy one. Yeah, something durable.
Heavy chain. He reaches under the counter with both hands. And sets this big-ass chain up on the counter.
Oh, God.
Very heavy. Very heavy chain.
Clearly, I can tell. I think this will be everything, and I'm gonna hand him the orange gemstone.
Let me make a gemology check.
Oh boy.
He smiles and takes the gemstone from you. Thank you very much for your business.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I need to fucking mark all this shit down. Got a lot of crap. Alright. The ball bearings. 1,000, because I have other intentions to use them.
I don't want to know.
A certain spell. Which I realize I can't actually cast anyways, but that's fine. Ball bearings are fun. We have a hand mirror. Explorer's bag. Oh, you already put that in the mirror. Okay. And 2 potions of healing. I'll put that in the magic.
Big ass chain.
Oh yeah, big ass chain. 2 potions of healing. Of minor healing. Okay. Good. Alright. How long is the chain, by the way?
About 12 feet.
Okay, I'll take that. Cool. Alright. Next, I have our general day goods now. Last things that I need is to find a shop for magic.
Magic shop? What on earth are you looking for a magic shop for?
Spell scrolls, some ink, maybe, and I wouldn't mind finding a particular, maybe locket of sorts, something that resembles a sun, kind of bursting.
Interesting. Yeah, have fun with that, Anna. I'll be here sorting through my paperwork.
This book is made for you, by the way. Speaking of which, I need to mark that book down.
Yes.
I'll end up identifying it later.
Okay.
So, I don't know what it initially does, other than stupefy people.
It is a great book. I enjoy it.
Stupefy. Is it an actual item?
I made it up last night.
Great. I think that can play into some fun things.
You
like
will
tricking
enjoy
people into reading it and stuff like that. I think it'd be fun. And for a fucking silver, it's a steal.
Yes.
An excellent tome.
Is what it's called.
Oh. Funny. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna look for a shop for magic then.
Make another investigation check.
Alright, will do. Hit. That, good sir, is a 10.
A 10.
A 10.
It takes you a couple minutes, but you do eventually find a stall. You specifically look for a building to start with, and you don't find anything that you think looks magical, but eventually you stumble across a rather small stall kind of tucked into a corner between two buildings. It's all open air with with 4 posts holding up a yellow canvas roof, and there are a couple tables covered in various magical things.
Magical things.
Magical things. A small old woman appears to be human, might be elvish, hard to tell. She's very wrinkly. She turns around. She's wearing like a heavy shawl. Oh, hello, dearie. What can I help you with?
I'm here to find any ritualistic spell scrolls if you have the chance. I'm looking to fill my spell tome.
Well, you have come to the right place. Spell tome. You ain't no wizard.
I do have a tome though for my ritual spells.
Does it work the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right then.
It says the same thing in the ritual caster's feat.
All right then. I was unaware. Very cool.
Yes, that's why I was looking for it to begin with.
Well, all right. What kind of scrolls are you looking for here?
Some more utility use, because obviously since they're ritual spells, I'm not going to be able to use them on the fly that much. Need some preparation work. So maybe, do I know any spells? As Anna, do I know other ritual spells that might fit this book?
Make an Arcana check.
Alright, this is something I'm good at. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I mean, it's a plus 11. I better fucking be good at this. That is a 28.
28. Yeah, you know a copious amount of knowledge on different spells, stuff you've picked up over the years from us living in Neverwinter during the mage issues there. You figured out, learned, probably the better word, what spells are which, and which ones you think would be possible for you to copy into your book.
Okay. I should have been preparing this before the session. Do you happen to have like a spell scroll alarm?
Alarm?
Potentially?
Most definitely.
That'd be good.
Behind
Let me
her...
double check on my feat, by the way, just so that way I know necessarily the specifics about the feat, like what spells I could put into it, because I want to make sure that it's not just wizard spells, but I might be wrong about that.
Okay.
Okay, it works the same way as a normal spell book. So it costs 50 gold piece per level of the spell, and 2 hours per level of the spell as well.
I see.
To copy it into the ritual book.
Okay. You can see behind her she has like a one of those large cubbyhole shelf things that they use for posts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She has one of them filled with different types of scrolls. And she hobbles over to it and
my eyes flutter to the books and such.
Alarm. Here we are. She pulls out one alarm scroll. It is very simple parchment wrapped with a silver wire.
Oh, this is beautiful. I would greatly appreciate that. Do you also by chance have magic ink that I could use to apply it to my spell tome?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't I?
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
seemingly out of thin air, she pulls this rather large inkwell out of nowhere and sets it down on the counter. It's probably about twice as large as what you would normally use for day-to-day writing.
Okay.
There's a cork stopper on the top of it, and it has a red ribbon tied around the neck of the bottle.
Okay. That one should definitely do. This spell I'm getting later, because I can't do it now, because spells that I put into this book have to be half of my level or lower.
Yeah. Okay.
And the spell is Contact Other Plane. I can actually talk to Izith and Trellick from where we are.
I used to call you on my interplanetary plane phone.
Funny. Okay.
Yes, I tried hard for that one.
Noted. I'm trying to find other things.
You asshole. Disadvantage.
Love you.
Oh, I don't.
Oh my god, there's so many spells, and it's so hard to categorize them from rituals. How much would the ink and the alarm spell scroll cost?
Well, the ink is the most expensive thing. Maybe 15 silver?
For the ink?
Let me do some calculating here. 1 gold for the ink.
1 gold for the ink. Okay.
About 10 for the scroll.
10 gold for the scroll. Wow,
Or 10,
that's fucking
10,
cheap.
10, yes. I am very wealthy, very loaded. I am suddenly very rich and ancient and withered.
And, okay, would you by chance have a spell scroll of Gentle Repose?
Gentle Repose, that one I know well. And she gives you a look for a split second too long.
I'm gonna give kind of a strange glance as I know what Gentle Repose does. It's a little messed up. Don't want to really be necessarily involved in that.
Yes, you do.
Ugh. Gross.
Make an insight check.
Okay. I believe that is a 15, but let me double check. Insight? That is a 17.
She does use Gentle Repose, but it's not for the reason you're thinking.
Yeah, not preserving the dead for 10 days?
Suppose it
Yeah,
depends
I'm
on your
surprised.
definition of dead. She
Gross.
goes back and grabs a significantly fancier scroll. This one appears to be written on some kind of silver leaf, and it's tied shut with like a thread that almost seems to be woven from sunlight. It glows slightly, but not blindingly. This is a little bit more expensive due to the nature of it. This will run you about 30 gold.
Alright, just player to DM. I'm pretty sure spell scrolls are like hundreds of gold.
She is giving them away for cheap.
Okay, just making sure that I'm not like cheating you or anything.
There is a reason, and you don't know why.
This isn't her stall.
Make another
God.
insight check.
This is not her stall. Natural 20.
This is not her stall.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Make another insight check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Okay. That one's a 16. That one's a natural 20, so 16 plus 21.
21. You look at her more closely. She isn't quite right. As she talks, you can see her skin doesn't move quite the way it's supposed to.
That sounds fantastic. Okay. Now, what's that one on the top shelf there? And as she kind of looks away, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Detect magic. Okay. Yeah. She is... Her presence is almost overpowering. She is extremely powerful.
Extremely powerful.
Extremely powerful.
Do I do this? I'm gonna look around. Is there a lot of civilians around?
Not in the general area, no. There's a couple people walking through the stall section, but there aren't many of them, maybe 2 or 3.
Do I get a feeling of like what magic is like around her? Like do I see illusory magic coating her?
To an extent, yes. Also necromantic.
Necromantic. Can I try to ascertain the kind of magic that she's under right now? Like the power behind it?
The power behind it? Make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, okay. Okay, that one's a 10. That one's a 5, so 16.
16. As you examine her more closely, as she's talking about the scroll on the top shelf, you begin to notice something strange about the auras surrounding her. You've been around spellcasters. Their power emanates from them. Hers seems to be drawn into her.
Drawn into her?
Yes.
Like it's a part of her.
Well, she's like, how do I explain this? If you imagine that a spellcaster is like a candle, and the flame they produce is their power, she would be the antithesis of that, and she draws it in instead of producing her own.
Oh. Do I get... So she has illusory magic on her, right?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on her.
That's... Sir. Okay. At what level?
Let's say 3rd level.
3rd level. Works the same way as Counterspell, correct?
Yes, so if it's higher, then I have to roll to contest it, and it's based off of the level of the spell plus 10, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you have to make a roll.
Okay. And this is my spellcasting modifier, right?
I believe so, yes. Fairly certain it is.
Yeah. An 11.
11. You cast Dispel Magic, but nothing happens. The old woman stops, turns around. Dearie? What was that?
Just getting a feeling of a certain environment. It seems I'm just getting strange vibes. The cost of these spell scrolls is so significantly cheaper than I thought, and it's a little disconcerting. I want to make sure that I'm not receiving something malicious or not functioning.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. That is a natural 1.
Natural 1. Well, I think it's best you leave, dearie.
Very well. However, just know that you're within range of civilians, and I don't want there to be any harsh gestures. But in my silence of your existence, I would like to take these spell scrolls in front of me in the ink.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Which way's my ability modifier for persuasion? I believe it's +5, but I need to make sure. +4. Okay. Wait, is that right? Because our proficiency should have gone up, right? Ah, my charisma is only is a +0. That is why it is a +4.
Big ol' 0.
Oh, missed the dice tray. Ooh, that was a 19. And that was a 17, so 21.
Hello?
Hello, did you hear me?
Didn't hear what you said.
I said the first one was a 19, the second one was a 17, so 21.
Yes, that is, yeah. She looks at you. You can see she sneers. Fine, take your things and be gone.
Alright, so I take the 3 spell scrolls that are in front of me, and I go to leave. Or is it 3, or is it just 2?
Just the 2.
It was Alarm and Gentle Repose, right?
Yep.
Alright, I take the ink. Single gold piece of fancy ink, even though I need 50 gold to work. Unless this is 50 gold's worth.
Yeah, it's about that much.
Okay. Well, I got it for fucking free, so cool. A little disconcerted about, this malicious figure here, and we may or may not have made an enemy of them. I'm gonna go look for a different store.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for?
I'm gonna be looking for a store that seems to be selling in like jewelry. I'm trying to find specifically that pendant or necklace that has the sunburst kind of effect to it.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Jester, we're gonna have to deal with her later.
Let's just leave. Not cause a scene.
17 investigation, 22.
As you are...
No, sorry, dirty 20.
Either way. As you were discussing with Jester, you almost run into the stall, as it is almost directly down the path that you were walking away from this woman. An orcish man wearing elaborate finery. Also like a fancy hat, like not quite a fez, but not anything larger. I don't know where this is going. He's very well dressed. Oh,
gotcha.
Good day to you, sir. What can I help you with?
Good day, sir. I am here to purvey your stock. I am looking for something very specific, however. Well, unless you have anything of magical nature, but I'm looking for a pendant or a armlet or necklace, perhaps, that has this feeling of the sun in it, something bursting out.
Oh yes, the feeling of the sun. Quite popular these days, I'll have you know. Everybody seems to have quite an interest in the warmth of the sun in these trying times. Now, let me see here. Oh yes, it is turmoil to the north, turmoil to the south.
Turmoil to the south?
Well, not open conflict, more of an argument over trade at the moment, but it might escalate. It is quite risky down there.
Well, I'll steer clear then. Thank you for the warning.
Absolutely. Anything for my finest customers.
Well, I'm glad to be getting some very nice service.
Charmer.
Do you happen to have one of those necklaces by chance? Or if it's maybe a waist pendant, perhaps?
I have both. Which one do you prefer?
I would love it to be a pendant, or maybe something that I can put into a chain. A very small, like, waist-high chain, maybe.
Very good,
Kind of
very
like a
good.
pocket watch.
He opens up like a small drawer on his side of the counter, and he rummages through, and he pulls out this radiant sun pendant. It's maybe about half an inch thick, and maybe about 2 inches wide. I don't know if that's reasonable. I don't use Imperial.
I don't know either.
The sun itself, like the central bit, makes up maybe about 75% of the size, and the rest is like the iconography of like the sun rays bursting out from it. It looks very, very beautiful.
Do I get the impression that this is worth the material cost for my spell?
What is the material cost of your spell?
A sunburst necklace or something? Let me double check the spell Dawn.
Worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That's not bad. There's a 16 plus something. Plus 1. 17.
17. As you look at it as he holds it up and it reflects sunlight, it looks immaculate. It appears to be made of gold with silver inlay. It is polished to extreme lengths. It's phenomenal.
Oh, that looks beautiful. That is exactly what I am looking for.
I'm glad that I could help. Now, you said something of a waist chain, perhaps?
Yes, something that I could potentially wear around my pocket region, something I can put it straight into like a sack on the side of my body.
Yes. Let me see
Almost
here.
like, yeah.
He rummages around in a large cabinet. Has to be something durable, but also has to be something stylish. You are setting a tone, of course.
Definitely something flashy.
He pulls out this thin silver chain. Now this is quite durable, and it's about maybe 10-ish feet long, and he wraps like one length of it around his hand, like both hands, and he pulls on it to test its strength. And you can see that it doesn't break or warp at all.
Ooh.
High
that
quality.
Sounds fantastic. That is very high quality.
Now,
I would love it.
beautiful. This might be quite a bit more than you need, but you could always have it hanging slightly. Adds to your panache.
That sounds great. I would love it.
Beautiful. Now,
How much are you willing to... How much are you requesting from me for it?
This chain will run you about 5 gold pieces, very high quality. The pendant itself will probably run you about 120 gold pieces.
That sounds phenomenal. I would absolutely love that. So, I have here this very fine orange gemstone. I'm going to put it on the counter.
Oh my.
It is immaculately cut and something that you could potentially use in one of your own pieces of jewelry in the future.
Oh my, this is beautiful. When he holds it up to the sun and it casts beautiful orange rays out of it as it refracts through the inside. This is... Oh, you spoil me, sir.
Well, for such work that you do, you deserve this and a little more.
He hands you your pendant and chain, and he takes the orange gemstone.
Yes.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. You wouldn't happen to have anything magical by chance, or do you delve mainly in, just design jewelry?
Design jewelry, mostly. We did have a bit of a robbery here recently, and most of my magical stock was unfortunately stolen. I keep the rest locked up at a separate location.
I'm I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you have any idea of who might have done that?
No idea. The guards say they are working on it, and I have full faith in the extent of the law.
How long ago was it?
Several days. 3, maybe at most.
That sounds pretty difficult to find them. If I come across anything, I'll definitely let you know. Do you know what was potentially stolen?
Yes, I do.
Well...
He does not tell you specifics, but he says yes.
Okay, that's good, because I don't have any way to fucking help him, so... I mean, I can go search around the city, I guess, but... I don't have any spells or anything that's gonna really help us.
No, not at all.
I have locate object, but I don't have it prepared.
Well, I thank you for your patronage and for listening to me rave about my losses. If there's anything else you ever need, please feel free to ask.
It was also locate creature, not locate object. Didn't matter anyways.
That's one cough you have there, sir. Might I recommend going to visit a doctor?
I might have to do that, yes. It's going on an adventuring party. I need to be in tip-top shape. So, thank you very much. I'm gonna lace it to the side of myself. Have a fantastic day.
You look fashionable AF.
Awesome. Alright. Now, the only thing that I have left to do is to find more ink. Am I able to find that by any chance?
First, make a investigation check.
Okay. 12.
12, okay. Now make a perception check.
Okay. That is a natural 20.
Natural 20. You look around the market and you can't find anything else that looks like they might sell magical effects.
Oh no.
As you're looking around, you turn towards the one stall where the woman was. She's not there.
Oh, fuck. Do I spot her anywhere?
With a natural 20, no.
Oh. I'm gonna go to that stall. So, like, when you say stall, is it like something that's a part of a building? Does it have an interior to it or anything?
Her stall? No, it was kind of built against the exterior wall of the building. There's no interior or anything.
Shit. I don't like that. Are any of the scrolls still there?
From what you can see, maybe a couple.
I'm gonna go and investigate the stall.
Okay. As you head back over to the stall, there is no one around. If you want to see what is around, you can make another investigation check.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any markings or like signs of magic that might have been used, like a sigil of sorts.
Okay.
Investigation, that is at 18.
18. You do not see any traces of magic of any sort. No lingering odors, no disturbed ground or anything. It's all very mundane. In fact, now that you're looking for the mundane, you don't even see a set of footprints leaving from behind the stall, and there aren't any footprints behind the counter at all.
That is disconcerting. That is really disconcerting, and I feel very ashamed. There are some spell scrolls here?
There's a couple. They're on the her shelf wall.
No. I will be the good patron. I'm going to look for any city guards that might be around?
There's 2 posted nearest to you at one of the entrances.
Okay, I'm gonna go and approach one of them, kind of getting, like, in a brisk pace kind of approach. Excuse me?
Ma'am? Sir? Sir. Sorry, I had something in my eye.
Do you know where... It's quite alright, it's getting kind of dusk. The sunset's setting. Did you see where that woman went? She gave me a very strange feeling, and it was disconcerting. I'm worried that maybe she was stealing or might be doing something dangerous. Do you know where she went? This
younger man, looks maybe no older than 17, scratches his chin. I didn't see any woman.
Was there anyone there? Did you see me earlier there?
Earlier at the stall over there? And he gestures towards the stall you were at.
Yeah. Yeah, I was over there. Did you see who I talked to there?
No.
Okay. Did you see things floating? And then moving to a table?
No. You just seemed to be standing there. I'm not quite sure what you were doing. You didn't look like you were up to anything bad. So I didn't.
No, I was out shopping and looking for certain things. I'm going to try to pull out the inkwell. Do I still have the inkwell?
Yes.
I still have the spell scrolls?
Mm-hmm. Are you alright, sir? You seem to be perplexed.
Jester, you saw them, right?
Yeah, she was, yeah, there was something not quite right about that woman.
Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe I'm just having trouble searching for certain things. Do you know who owns that stall by chance?
That would be... He ponders for a moment. That would be, Margaret, I do believe.
Margaret, could you point me to where I might be able to find her right now?
Well, if she's not in her stall, she would probably be home. She is rather old, though I do not know where she lives within the city, I'm afraid.
Well, thank you. I can go and ask probably the archive or some sort to potentially find her.
He nods to you.
Thank you. Keep a close eye on it. If you see anything moving, go and inform someone important. I'll be back to double check everything to make sure it's all right. And if you see me moving some things or taking them, I've been instructed to potentially investigate. I'm going off on a mission today or tomorrow, and I plan to not leave any loose ends here.
I see. Yeah, I will report to my captain, I suppose, if I see anything.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go off towards the archive then. I'm gonna like ask around on the way there to see if anybody knows of this Margaret that owns that the spell scroll stand or something.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Ooh, okay. I don't have the option to take Jester's power either because I've already used it today. Okay, that is fine. I will use my own persuasion of +4. That is 9.
9.
9.
You ask people, and in your frantic state, they seem less inclined to help you. Some shun you away entirely, and the other ones who do answer, you do not know a Margaret.
Fine. This is not good. We're going to be leaving by tomorrow. I don't have time to be wasting. So yeah, I'm going to go as fast as I can to the archive then.
Okay. You get to the archive, the large central building in the center of the city. Step inside. You see the man who helped us before standing there.
Okay.
Sir, are you quite all right?
Do you know of a Margaret by chance?
Margaret.
So I'm in the government. Am I in the government building that's next to the archive, or are we combining the two?
Oh shit! I just assumed they were both in the same building.
We can make it like that. Not a big deal.
Or he's in the other building. It doesn't matter. He lives
Sure,
there.
it doesn't matter. I'm going to find someone important one way or another.
Okay.
It's in the government side of the building. Do you know a Margaret that owns the spell scrolling shop or magic shop that's over in the market district?
Margaret. Can't say I do.
Do you have any documentation of this? Oh, do you have documentation of citizens? There's something dangerous here, and I'm worried.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 15.
15. He stops for a moment and puts his hand on his hip. Dangerous, you say?
Yes, I saw someone there, went to talk to someone of maybe, what would you say, like 15 minutes had passed? Maybe?
Okay.
And the guard there said that I was just standing still, but I talked to someone. I was going to purchase things from this individual, and she had suspicious magical aura on her. So when I went back to go and investigate, she was not there and no one saw anyone. So I need to make sure that Margaret is okay.
I fail to see how this is your responsibility. I thank you for your help, of course, naturally, but I will dispatch people to investigate.
So alright. Fine. I hope you can get a hold of it sooner rather than later.
If what you say is genuine, and I'm inclined to believe you, I will send someone forthright.
Alright. I'll head there and prepare things for whoever's going to be there then. Is that fair?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. That natural one on the first roll. Didn't matter.
Thank you for your assistance, but, no, I can't allow that.
Understood. In my haste, I guess that would be tampering with physical evidence and proof. I will wash my hands of the circumstance. Just know that at the time of, I tried to dispel the magic on her, and it didn't work. Take that as you will.
He nods his head slowly. Let me roll something. Okay, yeah. As he's nodding, you can see that he has a hint of not understanding in his eyes, as if he doesn't quite know much about magic.
Go and talk to your friends downstairs. They'll know more.
All right.
All right?
Thank you very much for your assistance.
Wait. Can I go and talk to them right now, by chance? This is important on my current mission. I'm going to be leaving the city tomorrow, and I need to ask them a question.
Well, if it is pertaining to your current, he looks around, task, I would be foolish not to let you ask them what you need. So, yes, of course, follow me, please.
Thank you very much.
So he leads you to the trapdoor. You go down the ladder to the door. He knocks twice and taps his foot against the bottom of the door 3 times, and then opens the door.
And the people are still in there?
Yeah, everybody's still there. Adam is sitting behind the central desk, and he's mulling over stuff while everybody else behind him kind of bickers quietly amongst themselves. He looks up to you.
Excuse me?
Sir?
You said that if I had any questions to come and ask you.
That I did. What can I help you with?
What are the Magi like?
They are, well, ruthless spellcasters. I assume they
Deceptive.
look like you and me, I suppose, just people with extremely powerful magics behind them. Why?
I think there might be someone from the Magi in the city.
A very hushed quiet falls over the room.
I was in the market district, searching for supplies for tomorrow, and as a spellcaster myself, I would like to enhance my magical capabilities, found a stand with several spell scrolls owned by a woman named Margaret. However, I did not know of this Margaret at the time. There was a woman there who was selling all of the magical items or the spell scrolls there for absurdly cheap cost, almost like it was not hers. And as a result, I began to become suspicious and detected any kind of magic potential around. And she had very powerful illusory magic and necromancy coating around her, as well as magic that seemed to be emanating into her rather than from her.
Adam, as Adam's like dead focused on you, and as you're talking, he looks over his right shoulder to someone standing behind him and nods to him, and that guy begins shuffling through papers. And then he turns back to you. Anything else you have? Any other information?
I went back a little bit later after getting a few other supplies, because I was worried initially of whether or not I had just made an enemy, because I tried to dispel the magic on her, and it did not work. Mm-hmm. She then became aware and threatened me to leave. I left, went to go get my supplies, came back. She was not there. There was no signs of her even being there. I went to a guard to talk. He was a little bit of a youngish man, maybe just wasn't paying attention, but he said that I was standing there talking to no one, and I was just standing there. I have items from her stand, and they are physically here. I'm going to pull out the inkwell. They exist, but yet this man did not see me take them, do anything with them. How is that possible? It's almost like he doesn't have any remembrance of this individual or circumstance in general.
I agree. Something is not right here. Well, seems you've already started doing your job, even though you're technically not on time yet.
That's fine. This is a risk of the city.
I agree.
And Margaret needs to be found.
Yes.
If she truly owns that stand, then she needs to be found as soon as possible.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, she knows what you look like. So, it would be foolish for me to send you out looking for her and putting you in danger. You said she has powerful illusory magic?
Yes.
Then she might be disguised as someone else, which would cause quite an issue if she finds you.
I can hide very well. They won't spot me.
He mulls over his map in front of him. Plans do not change. You and your friends will be shipping out in the morning, and I will have someone else returning from... He looks over to the man. The man hands him a sheet. Yes, coming from Baldur's Gate. They will be returning around the same time you depart. I will have them hunt down this Margaret, or whoever they truly are.
Okay.
I know it's probably not the answer you want to hear, but it is the safest answer for your benefit.
That's fair. And I have my own ways of being able to disguise myself. I'm gonna look against the wall real quick. I'm gonna kind of turn around and try to cower in the corner, I guess, as a little creature, and just change just my face using our change shape.
Okay.
I'm gonna or our alter
self, yeah.
Our change appearance, that's what it's called.
Yes.
And I'm going to just change my face to kind of rearrange it a little bit and make it kind of more feminine, not in an Anna phase, but just kind of longer eyelashes, more
just a better looking person.
Just a better looking person, more different skin tone around the face, almost like makeup.
One of
I'm
the
gonna
men
look to the rest of them.
One of the men grabs the hilt of his weapon, and Adam holds up his hand for him to stop. He leans forward. Interesting. You seem to have quite a talent there, sir.
Helps me protect my 2 friends.
Well, I'm sure it'll be very useful where you're heading.
Exactly. That's why I recommended going in stealthily. It's generally what I do.
I think you'll make a fine addition to the team.
As do I. Now I hope you find Margaret. I hope you find this individual. But I've done what I need to today, so I will be going back home to get some rest.
Well, I thank you for bringing this to our attention. And lay low for tonight, on the off chance that someone comes knocking.
I will try to retain control.
Okay.
11.
8.
Okay. 5 more minutes. Alright. At least I informed them. I'm gonna go back. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna go back to the yawning portal.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way out of the hole. The captain closes everything up behind you, and you say your goodbyes.
Do we need anything else? Do we need anything else, Chester?
No, I don't think so. I have everything I was looking for. I think you do as well.
I do. Alright.
Unless you wanted to buy something frivolous.
Like what?
I don't know.
Nah, I think we should be fine. Let's go get some good food and sleep.
Sounds good to me. Make your way back to the yawning portal. Chalet and Eris are sitting at your table. Ben is not there. And neither are the twins.
Sad.
You sit down beside them. The bartender, the strong, silent, stoic man, comes out.
Kind of important note, by the way. Pretty sure Barst was with us that entire time. Just kind of remembered that at the end of that. I think he was coming with us.
Yeah, he was there the whole time from the very.
He would have been with he would have been with Chalet and Eris, and just followed them.
He would have been present for the meeting as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. The 4 of them, not 3 of them.
Yep. Moving on.
just a note.
They are all sitting around the table. You get food. He just brings you a plate and then nods to you.
Thank you very much.
You're all sitting down. As you step in, the 3 of them are discussing traveling plans for tomorrow. Barst does not seem keen to be on the road, but he does not truly seem to mind.
Well, it's either the cart or the bag. I'm gonna tap the side of the bag a little bit.
If you dare try to put me in that fucking bag, I will put you in the bag.
In a body bag?
Why not both?
No, I wouldn't dare. You're much more different now. You're alive, vibrant.
Choose your next word carefully. Am I young or old? Which one is it?
And powerful. And a good friend.
Oh, adorable.
So what's the plan for tomorrow? Who's gonna be driving?
Well, Eris pipes up. I haven't really... well, I suppose neither of us have really ever been in a carriage drawn by a horse before.
No.
So, probably not us.
That's fair. Barst, do you have any kind of experience with that?
It's been about 2 decades since I've been in a carriage or a wagon of any sort.
Then I will volunteer. Haven't driven one myself, but, I mean, how hard can that be?
There's just an eerie silence. Works for me. Yep, that's all good.
We should be fine. Not the end of the world in one way or the other.
No, it'll drive itself from what I remember. Kind of just gotta make sure it doesn't just wander off the road.
Yeah. Have you found lodging and any kind of supplies for the three of you with that gemstone?
Yes, we're all set. We have everything we need.
Glad. Then, I suggest that we get some good rest in. Alright? We have a very big day. We have to wake up in the morning. I have a few things that I need to go and find.
A few more things.
So?
You didn't find everything today? You two?
Oh, I found everything that we generally need, but found a few things as well as that, but we can talk about that on the road.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just commissioned a few things, so I just need to pick them up before we leave.
Oh, I see. Big spender over here.
Saved up a bit from being in hell, so figured why not? We're going to be adventuring for quite a ways and not be here for some time.
Burst kind of chuckles under his breath.
I'm going to attempt to retain control once again.
Okay. You have disadvantage.
Yes. That was a 3,
That was
so
a
not
10.
good. Yeah, 3. Okay. Ooh. Just before I fade, I'm like, and also don't mind my fur. My eyes just kind of dilate and just...
You get instantly stoned. Oh. Well.
Oh, that was fun.
This has been a great shopping episode.
It has been. A lot was gotten, and a lot of worry, you bastard.
Oh, come on.
That was good, though. That was good. I was like, 30 gold? What? No. That doesn't make any sense. I was like, fucking 10 gold. Jesus Christ, that was super cheap. I mean, it is a first level spell, so I mean, a common item probably, sure. Because common items go from like 50 to 100. I was like, maybe. Ink, I was like, man, a gold for normal ink, maybe, but Jesus. And then it got to like the second level spell and 30 gold. I was like, all right, this is odd. This is weird.
Something is wrong here.
Something is not right. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like 50-50. I'm like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But no, I need to figure out what's going on here. I don't want fucking cursed spell scrolls or something.
Oh, come on.
So I have to ask, did you actually have like any intention behind this character?
God, no. Not at all.
Well, this character is now fucking important.
I
Once again, I have turned a character that you just threw out into the fucking open into an important character.
Just this old woman who uses gentle repose to make sure she doesn't look like a old hag.
Oh, thank God that's what you were going for. I thought it was something totally different.
Then it took a sinister turn, and now it's probably what you're thinking.
Yeah. In reality, yeah. I was like, she's preserving her dead husband.
Oh, maybe not that fucked up, but...
Because, I mean, in reality, you can just keep using gentle repose on a dead body,
Yep.
and they will never age.
Yep.
That's why I wanted the ritual spell, because that can be super important. That combined with Speak to the Dead, because Speak with Dead, they can only be dead for so long.
We aren't carrying dead bodies in the bag.
Okay, maybe not bodies.
We aren't carrying disembodied heads in the bag.
It's importantly useful.
Oh my God. I'm
As
traveling
much
with a
knowledge as possible.
sociopath.
And I'm traveling with a sociopath. We're the same person.
I don't carry severed heads in the bag.
Look, that was only a one-time thing. And that was 2 bodies, all right? It was 2 bodies.
I mean, they had it coming.
Very true. I just love the fact that you had no reason for this character to suddenly turn evil, and then suddenly you're like,
just an old
yes.
woman.
Was it me pointing out the cost of spell scrolls that threw you out?
That
threw out that idea?
You were reading far, far too deep into her character. I was just like, oh, Okay, I guess maybe she is up to something more sinister.
I was just like, it doesn't make any sense. The gold and shit didn't make any sense. Oh, but I'm excited to have Dawn, dude. Oh, I am gonna melt people.
I am not prepared.
I have a whole plan of how I'm gonna use it too. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be cinematic as hell.
Beautiful.
That's why I wanted it as a pendant on the side rather than a necklace. Because if we had it as a necklace, we wouldn't be able to wear that and the beads of fireball.
We could wear both. We could be like some kind of super janky
That's
jewelry
so
wearing.
tacky. Ugh, gross. That is so tacky. No way. Anna wouldn't be caught dead wearing two of those at the same time.
You wore the same clothes for a whole week. Watch your mouth.
Well, you know what? Sucks. Oh man, Dawn is so good. Yes.
Hope you're ready for the counter spells. Seeing as we're
That's
going up
fine.
against the Magi.
Yeah, that was what I was going for. Was something that was actually going to challenge us as spellcasters.
Yes.
Something to put difficulty onto half of us was my thought. Because Jester still uses some spellcrafting, but with this dagger, he'll be a lot more, stealthy oriented
Yes.
in my eyes.
I wanted to go for sneakier armor too. I was okay with the breastplate, but why not spend a little bit more,
No, that makes sense. And in reality, I didn't know about Mithril. I should definitely implement it, because I only thought that there was adamantium.
Oh, I see.
So bringing up Mithril actually kind of helps me as a DM learn as well of the different kinds of potential. Like, I always thought, like, oh, silver is, always known for its magical properties and capabilities of warding off certain creatures, stuff like that.
Yes.
So I was like, silvering armor kind of like has the potential of less of notability and stuff like that, but Mithril is essentially what I was thinking was silver.
Kinda. They have similar properties, but they're slightly different.
Mm-hmm. I think Mithril is actually lighter than silver and everything.
Extremely lighter. It's like, God, I think it's half weight of everything listed in the DM's book or player book. Either way.
Yeah, I'm also basing off of Skyrim.
Skyrim.
The elven stuff.
Oh yes.
Elven stuff is super light, like all of it.
Yes.
I think elven heavy plate armor is like 15 pounds. While like normal silver or iron is like 40. It's absurd.
We are sneaky and well armored with this trusty shield that we didn't pay for.
Look, I mean, you helped heal her a little bit. She gets scrapes and stuff. I was like, you paid 1,100, dude. She's not gonna fucking freak out over 5 gold.
Wow, Jester is a good person, and suddenly you're holding it against him. You are a horrible person.
What? Holding it against him? Excuse me.
Just wanted to spend the money that was required.
That we didn't have?
That's
What
fair.
was his plan? Gonna give him a gem?
He thought about it.
Yeah, she doesn't have 1,000 or 100 gold to give back.
That's too bad.
But this was fun. I am glad that we established a good opposing force. That was my main concern with once we got through Strahd, was what was going to be a threat.
Yeah.
We needed something, and I think the Magi has enough vagueness to it that you can spin it how you would want.
Yeah, anyway. And it's multiple people, so it could literally be anything.
It can be, and it's spellcasting, which is endless potential.
Yes.
Endless. I mean, for fuck's sake, we probably fucking talked to one today.
Probably. How do you know you didn't?
That's why I came to them when I was talking to the dude. I was like, all right, I'm going to be going to, oh my God. I had the fucking revelation there.
Well, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much.
This has been Double Time, as I'm sure you are all well aware. We will be back again soon.
Well, once again, thank you everyone for listening, and we will see you again on another Double Time.
Goodbye.